You have the books, but no time. You want to grow, but your mind is stuck in traffic. And when it's time to speak, you go blank or play small.
That is not failure. That is mental overload. And Smart Speakers Academy was built to fix that. I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach, and I help you master 3 LI skills: smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking.
Because confidence is built on competency, and when you read smart, you unlock speed of thoughts to become the smartest person in any room.
Click the link you can see to unlock the smarter version of you. Of course, because when you read smart, you think smart. And when you think smart, you speak like a smart leader. This is your time. Let's build the smarter version of you. This is the Smart World.
This is the Smart World. 10 hidden ways your space is silently sabotaging your reading. Hello, I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach. I help you master confidence smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, and of course, smart speaking. Today, I'll be sharing with you 10 hidden ways. You're not aware these ways are hidden, but your space is the reason you are struggling with your reading consistency. I have discovered this is my job, this is what I do. I work with quite a number of professionals across the globe, helping them to master confidence smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. And because the core of what we do is smart reading, because that's how you now think smart and speak smart, that's how you master confidence smartness. But one thing that I have found, having worked with this number of professionals, is that most of them never notice the very one thing that is sabotaging your reading consistency. That is your environment. Today, I'm going to be showing you 10 ways your space is silently sabotaging your reading. No, it's not just that you're not consistent. It's not just that you don't want to read or you don't have a structure that works. Your environment is also a key part of what you need to pay attention to if you must achieve your reading goals in 2026. What you want to do now is hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share this live with that professional who is struggling with their reading. They need to know that it's not just them, it's something beyond them. It may be their environment. Thank you for doing that. Let me know in the comment section, where are you streaming from? It's a beautiful Thursday afternoon, and I love it being here today again. Remember that we go live Mondays to Fridays at 1 p.m., Saturdays at 7 p.m. West African time. One reason you should hit the subscribe button on this channel, you should hit the like button, you share this live with someone, because we're coming consistently, giving you value for your time. Let me begin today with a story. Do you know Nike shoes? Have you ever seen a Nike shoe? Do you own a Nike shoe? Let me know in the comment section. Yes, I do. I own a Nike shoe. I have seen a Nike shoe before. I know Nike shoes, right? Now, Phil Knight is the founder of Nike. He built a shoe empire. But here is what most people don't know about that whole brand, Nike, and what Phil Knight represents. Now, the truth is that behind that shoe factory is an interesting thing. Guess what exists behind that shoe factory? Is a quiet library. That quiet library belongs to Phil Knight, the founder of Nike shoes. Guess what? Every morning, Phil Knight takes off his shoes, step in there, spends time reading. He would always tell his executives and everybody who wants to come around that the brain works best when the body is calm, the space is calm, and ideas have room to breathe. Do you know that Phil Knight understood something profound? Your space affects your reading. Your space affects your mind. Even the most driven person, no matter how driven you are, no matter the goal you're setting, tell yourself, I'll read this year, I'll do this year. Listen. If your space is blocked by clutter, by noise or chaos, the truth is you'll not be able to achieve your reading goals. I need you to write for me in the comment section. My space affects my reading. My space affects my reading, because it actually does. Do you know that Phil Knight went as far as saying that if you want to come into my library, you take off your shoes? Yes. You can go to the research and read for it yourself. It's an amazing thing. And what got me dumbfounded when I first heard of this is the fact that how is a shoe producer, how is a man with one of the biggest shoe factories, classic shoe factories there are in the world, saying you need to take off your shoes to come in here, to come into his library? People walk into his shoe factory. Seemingly what we say brings the money, right? It's the shoe factory. However, Phil Knight knows that it's not about what, it's not the shoe factory you are seeing that's bringing the money. It's a mind that is reading smart, thinking smart, that is producing that work we're seeing out there. So for Phil Knight, if I can protect my mind, if I can read smart, I can think smart, I can produce smart. Because your space affects your mind. And here is the truth. You, dear business professional struggling with your reading, you are not lazy. You are not unmotivated. Your brain just can't focus in a space that is against you. I know this is coming up fast. Coach, we're just a few minutes in and this is eye-opening. It's really eye-opening. And I need you to pay close attention. And don't be here alone. Go ahead and share this live with somebody. Put it in that group where you are. That group you know that people are struggling with their reading. Go and share this thing with them. People think that reading is for the lazy. People think that reading is for just anybody. No. Reading is sacred. The biggest of billionaires there are in the world are book bingers. They understand that this is the path. So for somebody like Phil Knight, is going as far as saying, yes, I produce shoes. However, this is where the source of my inspiration comes from. And if you want to come into my library, you got to take your shoes off. I want you to discover today the 10 hidden ways. Maybe you do not know. Today I want to open your eyes to the 10 hidden ways your environment is stealing your reading consistency. You are not, I will keep saying it. Any professional that says, I don't have time to read, I'm too busy to read, I'm inconsistent with my reading, I can tell you it's not about you. There are many factors. I've talked about reading trauma for quite a while now, and most professionals have reached out to me to say, oh, I didn't even know it's beyond me. It's not about you. Now, today I want to show you that it's also about your environment. It's not about you. It's not about you. I will show you small tweaks that you can make around your environment that can make reading effortless, calm, and joyful. But before we go into that, I want to talk about the brain-environment connection. There's a huge connection between your brain and your environment. Your brain is wired for safety first, growth second. Write it down. You see this growth, you want to push your brain. That's why I laugh when people do things like, oh, no, I don't have anything to read this year. This is festive period. I will start by January. Your brain is not wired for growth. That's why January comes and New Year, new life, nothing changes. Growth doesn't happen. Because guess what? Your brain is wired for safety first. That growth you're pushing your brain to, that's not how your brain is wired. I'll explain. Neuroscience calls this the threat response. Now, when your space feels chaotic, your brain triggers threat pathways instead of curiosity pathways. So you are either creating an environment that can trigger curiosity in your brain, that can curate curiosity pathways, or what you are doing, you are creating something that is curating threat pathways to your brain. Now, something as simple as clutter, no paper here, one cloth here, one suit somewhere, scattered all over, can signal chaos to your brain. And this chaos can increase cortisol. It can increase a high spike in stress levels that can reduce your attention. I'm still explaining brain-environment connection. Something like digital distractions. You're reading a book and then your phone goes, boom. Do you know that beep can hijack dopamine? Because your brain craves easy rewards. And scrolling is easy now. Checking notification is fun. It's giving your brain some sort of reward instead of reading. Something like poor lighting. I'm trying to explain all of this before we now get into it. Poor lighting, uncomfortable chairs, or noisy environments can create micro stressors. And your brain now defaults to avoidance. So you continuously say, I'm too busy to read. I don't have the time. Reading is not for me. I don't like reading. No. If you can curate your environment, you can create a reading consistency for you. You can create your reading rhythm if you can curate it. Write it for me in the comment section. If I can curate my environment, I can create a reading rhythm. You know the truth, when your environment is in order, your brain can exercise that power and self-control to read. You know the way 2 Timothy 1 verse 7 talks about it. You only know the A part. All of us don't forget the A part. God has not given us spirit of fear. That's not what God gave us, right? But there's also something God now gives us. He took away fear, then He gave us 3 things. 3 things I feel like you need to pay attention to. 3 things. He gave us power. He gave us love. He gave us self-control. So what is I don't have time, it's lack of self-control. Your time is a part of you. Do you realize that lifetime is that time is lifetime? The time you have every day is your life. Every 24 hours that goes is actually out of your lifetime on the earth. So you can't say that means you're saying you don't have life. So it simply means you don't have self-control. And what God took away is fear. But the Bible says He has not given us spirit of fear, but He has given us the power to control your time. He has given us love. That means you can actually love anything, including reading. He has given us self-control. That means you have the power to control yourself. Your brain can actually exercise the power and self-control. You can create an environment where these can work. Let's go back to Phil Knight again. Every morning, Phil Knight stepped into calm. That's how to curate Nike shoes now. So when you see those shoes out there, you say, these people can you see how their brains are worked out? When you see people producing beautiful masterpieces, look at the story. Don't just celebrate the glory. What are their secrets? I love to read biographies a lot. If you've followed me for a while, you know I always say it. If I see people doing wonderful work, I want to know what's behind it. What's the secret? He stepped into calm every morning. He literally removes his shoes himself. He takes off his shoes to get into that library. Just so that he can signal to his body and his mind that, hey, this is sacred space. My dear brain, you can function here. Speed can happen here. Your brain needs the same kind of ritualized safe space. Dear visible version. You get a space where you now make reading a ritual. You curate a shrine for that ritual. You curate an altar for that ritual. You ritualize a safe space around it. Let me show you 10 hidden ways your space is sabotaging your reading, and I will show you what to do to start curating the space right now. Number 1, write it down. Cluttered surfaces. You know cluttered surfaces, your table, book here, one thing is just cluttered, everything is looking. Your brain sees disarray, it sees the clutter, and it interprets it as stress. You know that even when you have a cluttered wardrobe, you feel stressed out looking for anything on that wardrobe. You are stressed out already. Clutter increases cortisol. And once your cortisol is increased, which is the stress hormone, what happens is that focus and memory are reduced. So be like Phil Knight. Have a clean library desk because your brain thrives in visual order. Let it be that. So one thing I do every night, I work a lot in my study. So one thing I do every night if I go to bed is to declutter. I make sure that when I wake up in the morning, because I have to work a lot in my brain, early hours in the morning. When I wake up that moment, I walk into order. Because cluttered surfaces, that morning your cortisol will just rise, stress hormone. The moment that rises, focus and memory is affected. Focus and memory comes up. And once they are affected, you can't read. Your brain thrives in visual order. When you see some people pay attention to how they keep their books, how they set up the library, because the brain thrives in visual order. Number 2, write it down. Poor light. Poor light. See, if the lighting, at some point I had to fix more lights in my study space. Now, if the light is dim or harsh, it can strain your eyes. And this can actually signal fatigue to your brain. And the moment your brain is, now your brain cannot actually differentiate if it's the light that's causing the fatigue or the stress or your reading. So one thing your brain will not do is your brain will just say this thing is fatigue, this thing is fatigue, flag it down. So the next thing you say is I'm bored, I'm tired, I'm not understanding, I'm reading too slow, all of that. It's because check the lighting in your space. Poor lighting where you read can affect you. Do you know that feel nice library I'm talking about? It is well lit with natural lights that boosts awareness. See, when I'm saying I'm not saying go and look for one, you can even just open the windows if that's what works for you. If it's natural light that works for you. Reading in the dark is like running a marathon blindfolded. Even though it's not purely dark, if the lighting is not well, as if you're running a marathon blindfolded or you can't see well, so it will sabotage your process. Number 3, digital distractions. We cannot stop. I wrote a guide from tech binging to book binging. If digital distraction is a problem for you, I will advise get that guide right now. So I'm talking to you. Because my advice for you is this, right? Phones, notifications, multiple tabs hijack attention. We cannot say it enough. My dear busy professional, you are too busy, you're too busy, you're too busy. Can you have 10 minutes of your day where your phone is away, where your laptop, your tab, everything is just off, just for your books? If you want to curate like men like Phil Knight, producing Nike shoes, making impact, then you must have a time. Phil Knight comes in the morning, he's not checking emails, he's not checking tabs, he's not checking notifications, everything is out to get into that space just to read. Studies have shown multitasking reduces efficiency. So these I'm reading about, I'm checking something, I just multitasking to reduce efficiency. Phil Knight would leave his phone outside his library just to read. See, your brain needs a distraction-free signal so that focus and memory can improve. Number 4, the 4th hidden way your space is sabotaging your reading is that you don't have this designated reading spot. So today you read on the couch, next tomorrow you're reading on your bed, by Christmas Day you're reading on top of the tree. Let me say this, write it down for me in the comment section. Random spots equals inconsistency. Random spots equals randomness in reading. Random spots equals inconsistency in reading. That's the truth. When you're random about where you read. Remember yesterday I talked about the where, when, why. These are key. There must be a where. Now I understand things happen. I mean, once in a while things can change. You may not be able to use that space. But think about it. Why would someone like Phil Knight get to a point? I'm sure he has a study at home. Why would he go as far as creating a study at the back of his shoe factory? There's a way for a long-term goal. That's why even things like marriage, you choose a way. Anything that's long-term goal, right? That's going to be sustainable. You must have a way. You must have a way. It's a key part of planning for that thing long-term. So there must be a way. Do you know that Phil Knight's library is a ritualized anchor that signals to his brain it is reading time? Memory, focus, brain, let's go. That's what a designated reading spot does for you. Number 5, another hidden way you may be sabotaging your reading with the wrong environment is having uncomfortable sitting, like a chair, a physical chair. Now, physical discomfort equals mental resistance. If you are uncomfortable when you're reading, the chair, you can't sit in and be comfortable this way. It's looking as if you have to slouch, your body aches when you are done. It will lead to mental resistance. So imagine stepping into a chair that hurts your back. The moment you sit down there, your brain will say, it's another time of pain. So even a page will feel heavy. In that nice library, just imagine the kind of chair that is there. It should definitely be a chair that invites comfort, that invites calm, that invites focus. Number 6, background noise. Noise overload can trigger your brain negatively because it can affect the amygdala. And once that happens, chronic noise can reduce cognitive performance. That's why for me, I have toddlers, I have young children. I read early hours of the day before they are awake. Before they are awake. Right? Your space has to be quiet, has to give your brain room to breathe. So even though I use sounds to read, but I use speed reading sounds, okay? So there's some speed reading sounds. If you're in the book pages, will get those sounds from me. You get my favorite collection list. I share my collection list with you only in the book pages. So join it. Try and see the information. Oh, by the way, 9 days to go. Once the door gets shut, you have to wait till 2027. Don't be outside. Come inside, okay? Apart from that kind of speed reading sounds, there should be minimal or no background noise as much as possible if you're going to read long term. Number 7, overstimulating colors or visuals. Maybe you're reading where there are busy colors. It can signal to your brain that this is a distraction or this is something else apart from reading. So you want to create a focus-friendly environment because your brain cannot tune in when there's cluster, when there's, even colors that are too bright can become like a cluttered wall for you. Number 8, temperature extremes. Coach, temperature in my environment can affect my reading. Yes. Too hot or too cold can affect your attention. Back to Phil Knight's library. Phil Knight's library is comfortable, warm, so comfortable will mean different temperatures for you and for me. So each one according to. For me, I know people who read that the AC has to be at 16. People use different temperatures. Some people 20, some people just let it be comfortable for you. Let it signal to your nervous system, safe, calm, read. That's what I mean. If you're the person who loves your AC on highest and then you're just under your duvet, seated on your chair, if that works for you, but if you know that you'll sleep, leave that place. But watch out for temperature extremes, right? Let it not be too hot for you to handle. It's about you, it's not about me. Okay, have a temperature that works for you. Okay, so let it be a temperature that works for you. If it's too cold, you'll be battling cold instead of looking for a way to understand what you're reading. Number 9, no ritual cues. Random reading equals weak neural pattern. See, reading is about your brain. I want to help busy professionals understand that this is not just some random act. It's about neurology. It's about neural pathways. It's about your brain. It's about your brain. Do you know that simple cue of taking off shoes is how Phil Knight sends to his brain it's time for focus. So when you have some cues, when you have some rituals, that's what cues are. You begin to prime your brain every time you engage in that ritual so that your brain can engage. And once your brain gets engaged, you lower the friction to read. Dear busy professional, by all means, lower the friction to read. By all means, lower the friction to read. By all means, lower the friction to read. Write it down. I must lower the friction to read. The 9 ways I've shared with you is how you can. All I'm doing is I want you to know that you're not reading, you're saying I don't have time. It's not about the time, it's beyond it. It's not about you as well. Reduce the friction to read. Number 10. The 10th thing that your environment is doing that is affecting your reading is having books out of your sight. Do you know that old adage, out of sight equals out of mind? That thing is a given. It's a given. So when you walk into a library like Phil Knight's library, you're going to see books visible. Create passive curiosity. When you have books visible around you, you begin to spark up your brain for passive curiosity. So you see a book and you are curious. Again, that way you are lowering friction to read. If you're a lady, let me tell you a secret. Have a book in your bag all the time. Have it. So that when you walk into the banking hall, you're waiting for someone, you pick up the book and read. Or have a book in your phone. So when you pick up your phone, Don't go to Instagram. Open that book. One of the things I want to do is to actually help professionals have lots of fun ebooks. So that there's a way I write my ebooks. So that, because I know you read your phone. I can't collect the phone from you. And I don't even want to, right? You need the phone, right? However, if you have more books in your phone, then it will be easier. Because I actually want books in your site. If books are out of your site, you will struggle. You will struggle. It's just as if food is hidden in the pantry, hunger doesn't come that way. Same with books. So for me, there's a way I eat. So the way I can handle it, that there's no food around me. There's no food around me, I'm not going to eat till the time I eat daily. So that's what it means. If you don't have books around you, your brain will not even remember books. Your brain needs to see it. There has to be books in your sight. All right? Now, how do you fix this? Let me give you some quick ways to fix this. Number one, how do you now create your reading sanctuary in the next few minutes? I don't want this slide to be long. Number one, declutter. So clear your desk, your floor, your surroundings. Keep only essentials on your desk. A pen, just something simple. Number two, comfort. See, you want to read, right? Invest in a supportive chair. Invest in proper lighting. Invest in a cozy setting. Yeah. Your reading space can be cozy, yeah? Make it comfortable. Make it comfortable. Number three, digital discipline. When you want to read, there's something called digital discipline. Silence those notifications. Put the devices away. Close unnecessary tabs if you're using your desktop or your laptop to read. Close those tabs, they're distracting you. Number four, anchor habits. Attach reading to a ritual. Like feel like it takes off shoes to read. If you want to do morning coffee, lunch break, better wind down, just attach a habit to it. Okay? The next step you want to take, number five, keep books visible. Keep them where you can see them so they can spark up curiosity. If you have kids, this is one key for you. Let there be books everywhere in your room. Of course, arrange in a way that is attractive and it can spark up curiosity, right? And then finally, number six, consistently get there. Consistently put some sensory cues. How do I mean? Soft lighting, speed reading sounds, for favorite scent. Yes, it's your library, but let there be scent, please. So that your brain can just know, this thing is fun. That's how to keep consistency. I hope that with what I've shared right now, I'll be able to show you 10 hidden ways you didn't know that your space is silently sabotaging your reading. Let me know in the comment section. Number 1 to 10. Which one are you beautiful? Which one hits you the most? Now, I want to leave you with this truth. Consistency beats perfection every day, every time. So start small. Build patterns. Repeat daily. Okay? And with this, I am very sure that when you apply these strategies, you'll be able to read with more ease and joy. You'll be able to reduce distractions and guilt. You'll be able to anchor your reading as a daily habit. You will finally be able to build a system that supports one book per week consistently. This is how we do it for the Book Beaters Book. This is the only way we can actually build it. This is exactly what Book Beaters Book provides for you. Structure, guidance, a community to make it effortless. I'm sure that what I'm saying, you're saying, I don't want that. That's what they're doing it. That's how we're doing it. And more. We'll be giving you everything. Take, for instance, you join the Book Beaters Book, you get 11 in one bottle. Do you know that in that 11 in one bottle, there's a guide? I don't sell it outside. It's called Reading Through Shifts. It's for the professional who is working day shifts or night shifts or who doesn't have a regular schedule. Leave. One of the books you get is, I read a book a week during Christmas. It's a story of my life I'm going to be sharing with every book reader for free. I'm not sharing it outside, by the way. So use the information to get 11 one bundle. Join the Book Builders Book. You will love it being here. It will be the best thing that ever happened to your reading goals in 2026. Join me live again tomorrow at 1 p.m. I'll be here to share with you everything that you need to unlock confidence, smartness through smart reading, smart thinking, smart speaking. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love it that you joined me here today. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Don't forget that your brain isn't lazy. Your space is loud. Work on your space. Distraction isn't failure. It may be environmental sabotage. So work on your environment. Small tweaks to your space can give you serious mental clarity and help you structure your space. Dear busy professional, structure your space for reading in minutes. Structure it. When you structure your space, your brain will follow you. When you structure your space, your brain will follow. Write it down. Structure your space, your brain will follow. What you want to do is to drive our brain. You forget that there's reading trauma to heal from. You forget that there's a structure you need to work on. Your environment needs to work. That's how we read. And that's how you become the person who can step into their reading sanctuary like Phil Knight. So people like Phil Knight they do more than a book a week. They do books every week. This is how. This is the how. This is the how. Remove distractions. Honor the ritual. Let your mind grow. Thank you so much for joining me today. I will see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Let me know in the comment section which one resonates with you. I'd love to have you in the comment section. Thank you for joining me today. I'll see you tomorrow at 1 p.m. This is the Smart Hole.
You have the books, but no time. You want to grow, but your mind is stuck in traffic. And when it's time to speak, you go blank or play small.
That is not failure. That is mental overload. And Smart Speakers Academy was built to fix that. I am Leslie Grace, the confidence coach, and I help you master 3 allied skills: smart reading, smart thinking, and smart speaking.
Because confidence is built on competency, and when you read smart, you unlock speed of thoughts to become the smartest person in any room.
Click the link you can see to unlock the smarter version of you. Of course, because when you read smart, you think smart. And when you think smart, you speak like a smart leader. This is your time. Let's build the smarter version of you. This is the Smart World.